From Hawai'i School, it is the Button Blue.
Hello everybody, this is Scott Ishikawa and we are here at the UH Stan Sheriff Center for the annual Friends of Hawaii Robotics competition. And here with me is the Friends of Hawaii Robotics president, Lenny Klompus. Lenny, I swear we worked previously together, right?
We have, Scott, but it's good to have you here at the 11th annual Robotics Regional.
So before we talk about the event here, we'll talk a little bit about TMT. 30-meter telescope sponsored several Big Island robotics teams that has participated in this competition. Last year, Kealakehe High School participated in this, and we appreciate this event. Let's talk about 11 years ago when you started this. How did it come about?
Well, Friends of Hawaii Robotics is actually 12th year for the nonprofit. We're a 501c3 not-for-profit, nonpartisan organization that supports robotics programs within the state. And right now, or we've gotten to the point that we have 9 different programs we support from elementary school through high school. This event is the high school tournament, or we call our capstone event because of the nature of the robots. The field itself, as you can see, is large. And it's a big, it's a big venue. So we'll have 36 teams competing this weekend.
This is like a giant video game playground, right?
Well, there's a different game each year, a different game mission each year. This year it happens to be a video game. And the people at FIRST in New Hampshire, Dean Kamen, who invented the Segway, and 440 other patents, is responsible for FIRST. Hawaii is fortunate to be one of the regionals.
Now, let's talk a little bit about robotics. It's kind of like a fun, creative way to draw in the students to get involved in STEM. 11, 12 years ago, STEM, people didn't even know what the word meant, right? Now it's a household name. Talk about the long-term impacts about robotics with, STEM fields.
Well, you're exactly right about numbers, Scott. When we started this, there was polling going on, so we were happy to get into a poll about that. And about 27% of the people even knew of STEM. 2 years ago, that same poll showed 78% of the people know what STEM is. For those who don't, science, technology, engineering, and math. What robotics does is give students an opportunity to work as a team and solve real-world life challenges. Now, you know me well. I can't build a paper airplane. But what I like about this and why I'm happy to lead this organization, is exactly that, the teamwork. These students come together and they come out with better communication skills. They able to develop those life challenge, overcome those life challenges, and they go into other various careers. Everybody thinks they're going to go work at NASA. It's not just that. Miss Hawaii from 2 years ago, a robotics student from Kauai, is a veterinarian now. We do have students that are in technology, but a lot of them are running their own businesses. They're creating a better world, better state of Hawaii, and a better world.
Now, how do you bring this up this point a lot, keeping folks here in Hawaii, particularly with STEM type jobs, how does it relate to that?
This opportunity, as I said, gives them a wide range. And again, I keep using the word opportunity because that's what our mantra is. Our board mantra is creating opportunities for students to find a career that they want. But because they're here and because they know more about what Hawaii's going to need in the latter 21st century, then they're willing to get that in their secondary education and then come back and work here in Hawaii.
One more question. When I started intermediate school, we were working on Vic Commodore computers, the first computers. And now we have kindergartners or preschoolers, learning how to use a computer now. I mean, this is amazing how technology, like you said, ingrained in the earlier part of a child's life. Can you talk about that, how this involves this event as well?
Well, it really does. We, as I mentioned, we have elementary school through high school. 2 weeks ago, the Coast Guard hosted, with Friends of Hawaii Robotics, an underwater program called Sea Perch. There were over 60 elementary schools competing with their robots in the pool. At the end of it, to your point, they said, well, what's next? What's next? So it's the McDonald's theory. I'm going to eat that kiddie meal, and 10 years later, I'm meeting the Big Mac, or maybe the triple Big Mac. That's what robotics is. It's one phase into another. And you're right, these students can do more today than we ever thought about doing.
Wow. By the way, McDonald's is a sponsor, one of the sponsors of the Friends of Hawaii Robotics competition going on, right?
Yeah, McDonald's has been marvelous for us over the last decade, and they run a promotion every year that $1 from a particular menu item goes to our teams, and we'll be announcing that tomorrow how much money they raised this year, but it's pretty significant.
A lot of people don't realize there's a lot of travel and a lot of costs involved in putting together a robotics team, right?
Oh, absolutely does. It can't fall onto the parents. Yeah. They have enough responsibility in their homes and putting everything together. So to have parents have to help pay for a kit of parts or the travel to a championship game or intra-island gets costly. So what Friends of Hawaii Robotics does with Alaska Airlines and McDonald's and Bank of Hawaii and other sponsors that I'm missing along the way, and 30-meter telescope helping specific schools, they provide that funding so those students can get those kit of parts, build their robot, and then compete.
Appreciate taking the time, Lenny.
Thank you,
and
Scott.
Thank you for putting this on all these years. And,
it's a team effort. We have a great team of volunteers that do it every year.
Okay, well that wraps it up. Hey, if you want to learn more about the TMT project, you can go to our website at maunaketmt.org. And until next time, aloha.
Aloha.